newest episode of Teen Wolf TV Time with me. Today's episode is Orphaned. So, we start off with a rather grim-looking flashback. It's really hazy and greenish gray, and Kate Argent's just chilling in the backseat of a car, just playing with cassette tapes. Like, who even has, like, why are these things recorded on cassette tapes? Like, we couldn't get, like, a CD or, like a flash drive. Whatever. She's got her cassette tape and she's got her cassette player and she's ready to put two and two together like it is in 1994. Just running with her cassette tapes. It should also be noted that she is like 110% unimpressed with these assassins. Like, she slayed them all. I mean, she's got those berserkers who seem to be pretty indestructible. And she's got her pump shotgun a la Sister Soldier. I don't like that she's trying to bite from Sister Soldier like that, but whatever, she's pretty badass herself, so I guess I can be okay with it a little bit. Not too much. Don't do it too much, Kate. Get a handgun or something. Well, I guess that's Chris's thing. Get, like, I don't know. Get something that's not related to Sister Soldier, okay? Oh gosh, now we're talking about mixtapes. We are really rooted in like late 90s, early 2000s. Like, I'm too young for somebody to have ever given me a mixtape. I guess people my age like do playlists or like nothing at all. Okay, Mr. Half-Dead Assassin, if you're gonna shoot at a crazy were-jaguar lady, make sure your gun is properly loaded or you're gonna get cut into fish sticks. Like, you can't attack her and then let all your bullets fall out of your gun, sir. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You need to be prepared for these kinds of things. Like, you probably maybe could have injured her a little bit, but really all you did was piss her off and she She-Hulked all over you. Like, come on. Agent McCall remains a disappointment to his son. He was supposed to be at the game and then he wasn't there. Always supposed to be doing something and then you're not there. I really just don't like you. Then you can't just confront people and say, like, you don't have any parents, trollolo. Like, that was really rude, and she looked very offended. And I don't blame them, because, like, if somebody made fun of me for not having parents, like, I'd be a little bit pissed, too. Just a little bit, though. I'm gonna need Derek to channel his inner Popeye and get some spinach or something, because this whole losing your strength thing is not the move for me. Like, I need Derek to be, like, consistently an alpha male, and he is like weakening, and I just don't enjoy the fact that that's happening. Like, Derek is supposed to be like this tall, dark, mysterious pseudo alpha wolf, and now he's just like tall, dark, and handsome without the alpha wolfness, which I guess, like I said last week, is fine if you're into that kind of thing, but I like him with power. And then he almost shit a brick when he realized that he wasn't healing. It's okay, Derek. It just there was a little lag on it. Like, you were buffering. Your healing factor was buffering, and you had a slow internet connection. It's okay. It healed. But you were a little nervous there. It's alright. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get you back to normal. We're gonna, like, gut Kate Argent if that's what we have to do. Anything to get your powers back, boo. So the lady they're looking for is the werewolf that was at the displacement camp with Kira's mom back in the day, right? Right. I'm not asking, I'm saying, but I don't sound certain because I'm not. I'm 98.777779% sure that that's her. Oh my gosh. Is that the glorious sound of Scott's moral compass veering south? Like, I've been talking about it all season. I need Scott to do something that's morally gray. He's been like chaotic good like this entire time, like straight and narrow, straight and narrow, straight and narrow. Now he's finally kind of doing something like where he kind of veers towards like a more human sense of morality. Like, nobody's perfect. Some of us like to think we are, but we're not. And Scott, you're that person. You were no longer perfect because you're gonna steal his money. Awesome. Oh, poor Melissa, not paying her bills. It's probably because Scott and his homeboys are always breaking stuff in her house and she has to replace it. Like, getting a wall, like, refinished after your teenage son has put his body through it is not cheap. Like, twice last season, he threw Isaac into the wall, and I'm sure that, like, did something to the house's structure. I'm sure that wasn't cheap to replace. I'm gonna need Scott to get, like, a little part-time job or something where he actually makes money. Oh, well, he works at the bed, but I don't think he pays him at this point. Something to help with the bills. And, like, isn't Agent McCall living with you, Melissa? Like, He's in the FBI, and I'm sure they don't pay peanuts. He can't put a little something on a light bill. Like, really? You're gonna get all your stuff shut down and he's staying in your house? Like, no. That wouldn't be working at my house. Okay, Garrett, you can't just hit people with cars. Like, that's just rude. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be a weekly thing where I have to remind myself that Liam is literally 16, like Dylan Sprayberry is a neonatal child, and I should not think that he is attractive as he is, but it is very difficult because, like, look at him. I'm going to jail, y'all. I'm gonna go to jail. And just like that, Teen Wolf turns into Taken. Garrett has kidnapped Liam. If only it were that simple to just get up and walk out of a high school class. Like, I don't know what school you're going to, but if you even glanced at the door at my high school, they were like, oh no, you're not going anywhere. You can't pee. No peeing. You should have did that before you came to class. Really? Because I have that kind of control over my body functions. Like, I'm just like, okay, just no needing to pee. No, it doesn't work that way. Even though Derek is like losing his strength, I have to say that I really enjoy him in like this werewolf mentor role because he can't really do things for himself like he's so used to doing. Like as a loner, he's just been like, okay, I have the power and the tools and the smarts. I'm just gonna do it myself, whatever, I don't need help. And now he has to like teach the other kids in the pack like what they need to be doing. Like how he helped Scott last week and how he's helping Malia this week, like learn how to do stuff with her nose. And like really just go claw and order all over this episode, like looking for clues and just sleuthing around. I like it a lot. If he's gonna lose his power, at least he can like remain a functioning member of the team where he contributes like life experience. I like that. Keep it up. Oh, Deputy Parrish, of course you're worth more than $5. If you were worth $5, I would have paid for you 10 times over, and you know what I mean. And then they almost gave Meredith a mental breakdown, and Lydia's just like, well, almost is not like a full mental breakdown. Well, 98% of the way there is pretty close to a nervous breakdown. Like that was just, Lydia's so mean to her. Like I just don't get it. Let me just be clear. If we let Mason into the group after we did not let Danny into the group, I will kill someone. Like I will literally get some mountain ash or like one of those berserker stick things, and I will stab somebody. Like I will get a thermal cut wire or whatever they've been calling it, and I will slice somebody's head off because Mason is already closer to the group than Danny really was. Danny was always on the outskirts, and Mason, I guess being BFFs with Liam, is allowed to be like in the mix. And Scott and like does Mason not question how Liam just became friends with Scott? Is he just assuming because they're on the lacrosse team together that they're just like homebros? No. I don't like that because it's like really gearing up for Mason to be more in the team than Danny was in the team. I'm just bitter because I want Danny to come back, and I don't think that's happening at this point, but I'm going to continue to hold out hope. If Kate Argent can come back from the dead, Danny can come back from like the classroom across the hall. Okay, Scott, this is the part where you say that you have a special set of skills. Like, don't you watch TV? Haven't you seen Taken? Oh, wait, I forgot. Y'all don't have power because you got a deadbeat daddy that don't help your mama pay the bills. Rough. And let me be clear, Garrett looks hella stupid threatening Scott with that lacrosse stick. Like everybody knows that there are knives in it, but like just standing there holding it, like I'm gonna prod you with this, like you look stupid. Alright, little Padawan, you can't climb out of that well. There seems to be a great number of hand and foot holds for you to climb up out of there. Use your werewolf strength. Can't he like call forth his claws and like up out of there? Is that not a thing anymore? Like we can't use our power at will? Or maybe because he doesn't know how to control it yet that he can't do that. I don't know, but it feels like he should be able to climb up out of there. I know this is super unrelated, but like all I could look at just now with Derek on the screen was his chest hair peeking out. I love how Deputy Parrish let that asshole at the Icon house know, like, we know your secrets too, bruh. Don't try to get cute. Just let us talk to Meredith. It's gonna be fine. Even when he was like being slick out of the mouth, he did it with like a little smile. So like, oh, he's so charming. I love him. I just love him. I think everybody loves him, actually. but not as much as me. Like I said, I've been here since Prayers for Bobby. Nobody tried to come at him before me. Okay, Garrett, Heat Vision though, like your smart ass remarks are very unappreciated right now. Okay, so now you think you a badass and you're gonna fight a berserker with your little lacrosse stick. Clearly he didn't care about it because now you're dead. You got a spike through the chest. And I can't say that I'm sad to see you go. I'm sad that you're pretty and you're dead, but I'm not sad that you got stabbed because you didn't think that through. Like, clearly this guy is made out of like bone armor and you were trying to prod him with that stick. Like, oh, you and that stick was like such a bad idea because you really gassed yourself up on it and now you're dead. Just dead. You got dead. If I was Meredith, I would be overseeing Lydia and Styles and all of them coming at me. Not Parrish, because he's always nice to her. But like, I would not want to deal with Styles and Lydia anymore, especially Lydia because she's rude. Like, every time she comes near Meredith, she like bitches her out and it's just so unnecessary. Like, she's just mean to her. Like, I understand that like it's a stressful situation and you really want to like help out, but like the way Lydia reacts to Malia is like the way Meredith reacts to her. Like, can you just give me some space to get my life? I don't need you to be doing all this to me right now. Like, stop. So how is Scott gonna get the scent of the berserkers over the smell of his own blood? Like, that thing was in you pretty deep, buddy. Should have a fair amount of blood on it. Just an observation. As much as I hate to admit it, Malia is becoming more and more useful to the group. Like, last week she helped Lydia figure out like how to crack the code, and this week her and Derek are just figuring stuff out like a good little pair of cousins. I feel like I'm gonna have to eat crow because I didn't like her, and now I kind of do. I still don't like her and Styles together, but it's Derek shipper. I guess I have to accept her as a person. A thing, like a permanent thing. She's not so bad. Oh god, it tasted awful coming out. Does anybody else love that Derek is just so smart? Like, why does he know things about Buddhists? Like, that's super random. I don't know anything about Buddhists. I think I said that like 5 videos ago, that I didn't know anything about Buddhism. And like, here he is like, oh yeah, Buddhists just do this, that, and the other, and something about in the east or the west or like the westmost point. I don't remember which direction, but it was some forest point in Beacon Hills where they found all those dead people. Like, how did he just know about that? Derek, you just never cease to amaze me. You were really like holding on to your relevance, even though you're losing your power. You're still like #awesome. Alright, Liam, use your inner Batman strength to climb out of that hole. It's like all about inner strength. You can get there. Just keep climbing. Don't slip. Oh, you slipped. Well, you can keep trying. Well, Lydia, you kind of had it coming. You pushed Meredith into a corner and she screamed and burst your eardrums. Can't say that I really feel bad about it because you're being very rude to that poor girl. She is very fragile and you're like pushing her to tell you something that she can't tell you because maybe she cares about her own life. It's not always about you. Once again, Chris Argent, size matters. Big guns. Not so effective against the berserkers, but you tried. It's a big gun. I'll give you that. And that guy in the field with his crew just had a really bad day, just leaking black stuff out of your eyes. Wolfbane poison. Not really a good way to go. Looks kind of painful, especially if you're dead and your eyes are just like bulging out. No thanks. Just shoot me. Just shoot me in the head. I'll be good. I'll be good. I agree with Malia once more. Like, maybe a little vacation wouldn't be so bad. Everybody's dying. Maybe you should just like take a break from being there. And what is Sister Soldier doing out there with them? I see that she's not dead, but like, why is she even there? Is she a werewolf or is her like going undercover some more? I don't know, but it makes me concerned because I need her to be okay. Like, I know she comes back. I saw her in the preview. But like, that made me a little nervous because Homegirl was looking almost dead. Okay, Chris Argent. This berserker is like 7 feet tall, and I reiterate, wearing armor made from bone. Why do you think that you can go hand-to-hand combat with that thing? You can't hit a berserker with a two-piece because it's gonna turn you into the biscuit. Got me? Okay. And it should be noted that Kate Argent is not all bad because she stopped that berserker from killing her brother. There you go. I think this season is the season of people who I didn't like becoming people that I like, because I didn't like Kate Argent and I didn't like Malia, and they are well on their way to being people that I enjoy. Oh man, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm evolving as a human. Or maybe they just don't suck. I don't know. Whichever one. It's fine. When I was watching, I was on the edge of my seat, like rooting for Liam to save himself. Like, he's almost there. He's believing in himself. He thought back to the little pep talk that Scott gave him. He is going to do it. He's going to save himself. He don't need nobody to save him. He is a strong, independent beta werewolf. He don't need no alpha. Let me tell y'all something right now. I will not accept a reality where Derek Hale comes to any harm. He has been through enough. He has survived a burning house. He has survived Kate Argent in her toxic vag. He has survived Jennifer Blake in her toxic vag. He has survived so much. I will not accept the benefactor trying to kill him. I will not accept Meredith and Lydia believing that he will be the next to die. I will not have this. I won't. I will not. I won't do it. Abort mission. If Derek gets got, everybody's getting got. I love that Scott pulled Liam out of that well and it's like, oh, you're saved now. Actually, that wolfbane should be pretty close to his heart, so let's celebrate after you, like, fumigated his body. Sound like a good plan? I think it sounds like a good plan. Rest in peace, Meredith. They drove you insane, and now you hung yourself. I don't believe that for a second. But all the same, I liked you. You were very beneficial to the team. You took it in stride when Lydia was acting very bitchy to you. You just took it, and now you're dead. Sucks to suck. Rest in peace, girl. Okay, Scott. I understand that you don't want anybody else to die. Like, okay, nobody else dies. But considering half the time you need to be saved, that's kind of a tall order to fill. Unless you plan on, like, changing tactics and becoming just an eyelash more vicious, I don't know how you figured you're gonna keep anybody else from dying. I'm just saying. Then we end on a potential Kate Peter, like, mashup. That could be problematic. That's the word. Problematic. Well, folks, that's all I've got for you today. I will see you next week, same time, same place. Have a good week. Don't get bitten by any werewolves or were-jaguars or kitsunes or anything supernatural, like void berserkers and bone armor. Like, just stay in the house. Just don't go anywhere. You'll be fine. See you next week. Bye.